Justin, just your overall assessment of how things went offensively today for you guys.
Yeah, offensively, it was a tough day out there, and turned the ball over too many times. And you can't do that and expect to win in this league, especially not a team like that who, they played all well on all three phases. And I thought the defense did a great job getting us stops today, but it fell on us, fell us short.
The pick six, it looked like there was just a bit of a miscommunication there between you and Jared. Just what happened on that play from your perspective?
Yeah, I think you said it right. Just a miscommunication, and I got to be smarter about that, and I got to move on to the next read. But that's one of those plays that you're gonna have to watch. You're gonna have to get better from, and as tough as it is, you're gonna have to get better from it.
Is it a little concerning that in the last 2 weeks, the offense hasn't been able to kind of get jump started?
Late in the game, or
No, just the game in general. It kind of feels like at times you guys get started and then kind of slow down, and then it's kind of been a kind of a roller coaster the last 2 weeks.
Yeah, I think that's just the NFL. Obviously, we'd love to score every drive, and that's something that we're going to have to continue to emphasize. But I thought we ran the ball really well today, but behind those guys up front, receivers made some plays, and it's just on me to not turn over the ball like that. So a lot of good film to watch, a lot of things to fix for sure.
Justin, while things are still fresh, what did you learn from the game?
Yeah, we saw a lot of cover two, and so that's just one of those things that they hadn't shown a lot all year, and so that's one of those game plan things that you have to go into the game and see and address at halftime, and I thought we did a good job communicating that, and like I said earlier, I thought we ran the ball really well. Austin Eckler, Justin Jackson, those guys ran the ball really hard. The guys up front did a great job blocking, so there's a lot of good, but a lot of things that we need to fix.
Justin, you talked about turnovers, but also penalties seem to be a thorn in you guys' side. How do you go about trying to prepare for this upcoming week, trying to get rid of those and trying to get a handle on those?
It's just something you have to emphasize during practice. It's tough when you're behind the sticks like that, and it's just on everyone on the offense to be better. And kind of like I said earlier, the defense played well, and it's up to us to have those opportunities to drive down the field. And when they give it to us, we need to take advantage of it.
Ian said you feel like you guys beat yourselves today. Do you agree with that?
I think there are a lot of things that we need to fix for sure, and that's one of the good things about watching the film tomorrow. And it's going to sting for a while, but it's on to the next week, and we've got another tough competitor next Sunday. So we're going to have to watch the film and get better from it.
Is it something about the Patriots? I mean, last year was bad, this year was bad, or is it just coincidental?
It's just the NFL. Every team you're going to play is tough, and we'd love to win every game, but unfortunately we fell short today.
Brandon brought up some protection issues and said that he felt like he got sped up a little bit. Did you feel like that was the case out there at all?
That's probably something that we're going to have to watch. I felt like they gave me enough time, and it's on me to make those throws and to get the ball out quicker. But, I thought those guys up front did a great job blocking, and I feel comfortable behind those guys.
Brandon also mentioned that going into the game, he was expecting them to show man pre-snap and then shift into zone after the snap. Is that what you saw out there? I know you just mentioned there was a lot of cover too. Did they show certain things that you didn't expect, or was it a lot of what Coach Staley was talking about in terms of showing man and shifting into zone?
Yeah, a lot of disguise. We were expecting a lot of man. That's what they'd shown all year, but didn't really get a whole lot of that today. And I think that's a credit to Mike Williams and Keenan Allen. Those guys are tough to match up with, but those guys they have on defense are pretty good too. So it's just a tough day for us out there, but we're going to have to get better from it.
Coach talked about patience and discipline, especially going up against a defense like this. What are some things along those lines that you can take away that will help you going forward?
Yeah, moving on to the check down, I think that's one of the big things about playing quarterback is if the defense, like they did, drop everyone out and nothing's open downfield, you have to find your check down, you have to take off, you have to find 4 or 5 yards, however you can get it. That's just the tough part about playing quarterback and something that I have to keep learning at.
The last 2 games, is there any element of this that maybe teams are starting to figure out or trying what you do well or what you're comfortable with and taking that away, or is that not what's going on?
I don't know. I think it's just up to us on offense. I think we need to execute better, and we can't turn over the ball like that. I think we've had 3 or 4 turnovers the past 2 weeks, and I think that's a big part of it. And the defense has done a great job coming up with stops, but it's up to us to get those opportunities and take the ball down the field.
Why is it a little bit more along those lines? For you personally, sharpness-wise, did they do something in particular that just made it harder for you, or what did you learn just moving forward that can just help you get better?
Yeah, they're a really well-coached team, and kind of like I mentioned earlier, moving on to the check down. So if everyone drops out into coverage, everyone gets covered down deep, you have to find 4 or 5 yards, however you can get it, and getting the ball to Austin Eckler, Justin Jackson out in the flats. That's a big part of our offense, and we need to keep getting better at that.
Why is the Bill Belichick-led defense such a challenge?
They're really well coached, and they're fundamentally sound, and they've got some really athletic guys out there. So they made a whole lot of plays today, and we need to be better because of it.